What a kind of a tale of two types of games from Saturday, or 2 for 19 from three to today. And honestly, it takes a certain mentality from a group to have the type of offensive explosion that we had today. Dave Paulson is very well respected here, especially at Bucknell, for all the success that he had. I certainly am very grateful for what he did for our program, and he's clearly got Holy Cross playing very well, very competitive basketball. And we had a great crowd tonight, and his team showed up and made some big shots down the stretch. But we did a really nice job weathering the storm, and we scored by committee. We had 18 assists and 5 turnovers. We had, I think, 5 guys in double digits. And so that's just a testament to the work that we've put in since Saturday, and it won't stop. So we have a great opportunity in front of us with Navy, but when you're in league play, you have to do your part and take care of home court advantage, and we did that tonight. We stress, and really recently, we've really doubled down on this, getting the ball from what we say corner to corner. We have a unique skill set. Our 5-man can shoot threes. 4, Pip coming off the bench is more of a roller, but he's above the rim player. And we're at our best when the ball moves from one corner to the other corner with great pace. And then there's more purpose, and the game happens a little bit more organically, and the ball can, as people say, get hot a little bit and go from one side to the other. So that's always going to be a focal point for our style of play, getting the ball from corner to corner. And tonight, what I was most impressed with was not necessarily the fact that it was getting from corner to corner. It was the pass quality and the shot preparation. And again, these are some things that our assistants, when we do player development, we work very hard on the details of the pass quality, and your shot preparation. And as a jump shooter myself, that shot preparation is just so critical to seeing the ball go in the basket, and we did that at a high level tonight. Yeah, I mean, Caleb Kenny is the former Defensive Player of the Year. I'm sure. I think it was the preseason Defensive Player of the Year, and okay, I've been in the Patriot League for a large portion of my career, both player and coach. And there are certain players that you just develop a massive respect for through their body of work. He certainly is one of them. He's not a guy that's seemingly looking for any statistical way other than playing as hard as he can to impact winning. And I have such a great respect for what he brings to the table. But, yeah, I think I have to imagine what Coach Paulson sees is he wants to keep him on the floor. But at the same time, they have another player that can stretch the floor as the 5, and Caleb doesn't really shoot threes. So, good for Coach Paulson. He's been doing this a long time, and so how do you keep your best players on the floor? Well, you got to move them around a little bit. And then Jaden Williams. I mean, he's just a guy that comes in the gym every day with great energy. But we recruited him to be this type of player. He was a player that for me, he was my first recruit. So I'm so grateful that he decided to come to Bucknell. But he's a guy that I coach very hard, and I coach very hard for a reason. And he comes to work every day with a hard hat, blue collar mentality. He comes from a great high school program, an AAU program. And tonight you saw the aggressive Jaden Williams, the guy from the Bronx, New York, who played at Blair and played for PSA Cardinals that we've been pushing to really see, and it really helped us tonight. I think when a game like American, it got a little slow. And when that tends to happen, I think there's a little bit more of a focus on finding ways to get the players that typically score the most points for us the ball. And when you do that, the gym can stop moving. And that's the risk you kind of run. If you can get it to Noah in a position where he can be effective, then great. But Josh Bosco carries quite a bit of responsibility for us, and he handles it well. He makes tough shots. He's a very capable scorer. Noah Williamson did a really good job of just playing the game tonight, where he didn't necessarily need to score to be effective. And when you're a young player, scoring seems to be the only way you impact the game. Reality is, you can do so much without scoring, and sometimes the ball goes in, sometimes the ball doesn't. Everyone wants to shoot to make, but that's not always the case. So I was just really proud of both those guys, what they brought to the table from a rebounding and defensive standpoint, along with their poise down the stretch. Because, again, when you play a team like Holy Cross that has the firepower and style of play from the three-point line, that they they do every single night. Like, it presents challenges. It really does. It spreads the floor, and you have to contest as many shots as possible. So our distribution was a credit to the group's unselfishness, and I'm hoping that can be something that we can now watch heading into the weekend with Navy coming in here, who's as we all know, just so tough, physical, and will be very well prepared. Yeah, no doubt. It's we're having an alumni game. It's our 20-year kind of reunion here of beating Kansas, a team that was just so special to our program and obviously special to me. And we have so many people in different places in the world, and not everyone will be back in town. Charles Lee, obviously, with the Charlotte Hornets, Kevin Bencourt with Endicott College, and we just, we had a special bond, and the beauty of Bucknell is the brotherhood and the relationships that you build while being in Lewisburg are just lifelong, and they're unique to the times right now. So that's going to be a great time, and we'll have just a great group that includes the Kansas group and also just alums that are coming back to be in Soika again. And one guy that we're missing that Coach Paulson and I love so much would be Pat Behan. But Pat, as everyone knows, special advisor here is a guy that is constantly in tune with what we're doing, sending me notes. I posted on the board. But I'm really grateful. Coach Paulson, who's such a competitor, we put together a video and we made sure that we're still highlighting a guy that, due to situation, could very easily just throw in the towel. And we love him so much, and so the ALS community is affected in such a dramatic way, and those that have ALS, their whole body shuts down. So we'll miss him on Saturday, but we'll certainly have him here in spirit, and we'll continue to promote what's important, and that's fundraising for Pat when we can.